All right, hopefully we're working. Hello and Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday celebration and are excited about the next 12 months to come. As I hope that you may know me by now, I'm Nicholas Wildstar, Libertarian candidate for California governor, here to answer another viewer-submitted question in my first Q&A video for 2018. It's finally election year, and I am vying for your support. And since it's also tax season, I thought, why not talk about my tax proposal, since it's one of the many ways I plan to win you over and get you to vote Wildstar for governor. In doing so, I'm also hoping to answer the question that was asked, which is, why do you think taxation is theft? The first, and what should be the most obvious answer, is the fact that taxes aren't paid voluntarily. The government takes away your money by force and without your permission. Where any person pickpocket you or mug you at gunpoint, they'd be stealing from you. Even if you stood there and watched them as they did it, they'd still be committing a crime. And that's exactly what we let our government do to us. If we don't like it, it makes no sense to complain about it when we could easily do something about it. I mean, all we got to do is just stop them from taking it and stop giving it to them willingly. There are many people out there that are happy to pay taxes, that assume that money goes towards fixing potholes or making sure students attending public schools have books. They believe in this illusion so much they ignore to see the luxurious lifestyle that politicians and their corporatist buddies have created at the expense of tax dollars. They refuse to see the growing number of homeless people in the streets, even though hundreds of millions of tax dollars supposedly are needed to help them. They neglect to see the children starving or the family struggling to survive because they feel like they paid their debt to society and they don't need to do anything else. Even if you disagree with the war on terror or the war on drugs, the money that is taken from you by way of taxation is heavily spent on those things. You have no choice in the matter. This is mostly why modern taxation is theft, and why I hope that people wake up to this realization before we, the people, are robbed of all of our wealth. All the money the government spends and wastes, it gets from the hard-working class members of our society who get nothing in return. Between the new tax plan out of Washington and that penalizes those working hard to make a better life for themselves and their families, and the state representatives that promote legislation that continues to nickel and dime taxpayers, Californians are expected to take home less of their income than ever before. Adding the increase of the cost for living, such as housing rates and utility charges, and all of a sudden our sunshine state loses all of its attraction. Not only will we continue to chase away businesses who bring along with them job opportunities, but we're also going to see yet another drastic decline in our state's population. People wanting to buy a home will be seeking to purchase one here, and people wanting a decent life receiving a living wage won't be looking for work here. To make California more competitive than ever, I'd like the state to join the ranks of Texas and Florida and Nevada by becoming a zero-income tax state. The government currently takes away 13% out of workers' paychecks, and I'd like to change that immediately, so employees are able to take home every dollar that they earn. Remember, the more government takes from you, the more it has to spend. And I plan on spending a lot less, especially wastefully, like on the failed bullet train that goes nowhere, but is sending taxpayers to the poorhouse. The $1.7 billion that has been thrown away on the project so far would have been better spent had it stayed in people's pockets. I'd also like to cut the state's property tax rate to 0% and flatten the sales tax statewide to a rate of 7%. By implementing this 007 tax plan, along with cutting government spending by 25%, I'm certain that my mission to strengthen the economy will be successful and allow the people of this state to finally breathe a sigh of relief. I also believe the state's tax code needs to be overall reformed and simplified, and as well as have a full-scale audit of all of the state's finances be conducted without any further delay. The taxpayers of California deserve to know where every single dollar of their money has been going, and they will know once I'm elected governor of California. But first, don't forget to vote for me in the June 5th primary election so that I may have a chance to serve you. Please support my campaign today by making a donation or volunteer as a staffer to assure that every person working hard towards creating a prosperous life for themselves have every opportunity to have a rich and successful future. Visit my website, Wildstar2018.com, and take the Wildstar Challenge now. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the person who submitted today's question. Of course, if you'd like for me to answer any question that you may have, you're welcome to send it to my inbox. Send it by email to info@wildstar2018.com, or leave it here in the comments along with any other comments that you may have. Till next time, take great care of yourselves and one another. Long live liberty. Peace.